New Zealand has a vibrant cafe culture. Join me, Julie Leclerc, as I travel the country, discovering some of our finest cafes. I'll get to know the faces behind the counters, pass on tips as I cook up a few cafe recipes of my own. And I'll help out at all sorts of local events, because cafes aren't just somewhere we eat, they're part of our community. This week I visit Workmans Cafe and Funky Bar in Matamata, a much-loved and well-known cafe for the past 18 years. I make a tasty bacon and egg pie, an aromatic Thai-style beef salad, and tantalising chocolate and raspberry tarts. And I get all dressed up for the Fashion in the Fields competition at Matamata races. Matamata is a rural town in the central North Island, at the foot of the Kaimai Ranges. The nearest city, Hamilton, is 45 minutes away.
Guys, are you ready?
Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit were filmed here, attracting fans from all over the world. The other thing Matamata is famous for is horses. Local studs are a big part of New Zealand's billion-dollar bloodstock industry, and the Breeders' Stakes is the richest race for 2-year-old fillies. The whole town is caught up in the excitement. There's even a window dressing competition going on. Balloons and racing colours are everywhere. The town's buzzing, especially at Workman's Cafe and Funky Bar. Even Rhonda, the cafe's mannequin, is getting her racing silks on. Owner Sydney Workman is a huge racing fan. He's sponsored the Fashion in the Fields competition for years, and he's promised to take me along.
Oh, hello, Johnny.
How are you? Great, thanks.
Oh, that's good.
Wow, it's a busy day in Matamata.
Oh, yes, and it'll get busier with the race meeting today, which we're off to, of course. Fashion in the Fields and things like that. You'll be hurting for a coffee. Come and have a coffee.
You could never accuse Sydney or his cafe of being dull. They've got one of the best collections of memorabilia I've ever seen. Oh, I love your collections. Wonderful things. What's that?
That's my coffin, lined, ready to go, all organised. As a Boy Scout, you do these things.
Okay.
Be prepared.
I thought it was a cupboard.
No. It's actually all ready to go. Look. It's all lined and ready.
Oh, my goodness.
So, yeah. It would be a good wine cupboard. Yeah, moving on. That's enough about that.
These are great transistor radios.
I've probably got about 50 of those. Most of them still work. And my father used to have one like that. And on the farm, you could always tell where Dad was because you could hear the crickets and a bit of smoke. Because he always had a fire going as well.
And so that's how your collection started.
That's how it started,
And
yes.
it's a great old building.
It's a beautiful old building. I don't actually know the age of it, but it's all hand-redden plaster and then 3-inch tower floor.
Workman's has 3 menus, lunchy, brunchy and dinner. They're open 6 days a week and there's one dish customers go mad over. Prime steak with burnt cream, Workman's signature dish. Now, sis, burnt sauce, how did that come
about? Well, I was going to make a mushroom sauce to put on one night. Put it on the cooker, very low heat. Rushed out to table 5, had friends out there having a wee glass of wine. All of a sudden realised, whoops, come running back in. The garlic had just got to that lovely nutty smell. I looked for some mushrooms in the fridge, realised I had none. Thought, right, I'll just add some cream, that should be beautiful, and that's how I did it.
And often how the best things are invented by accident.
A mistake,
Yeah,
exactly.
Fabulous.
And it's worked like that ever since. People love the burnt sauce.
That's a great piece of steak there. What
Very
cut do you
nice.
use?
That's a Scotch. I also use both Hereford Prime, but I like Scotch because it has a little bit of marbling through. I like a little bit of fat.
Yeah, it keeps it moist and flavoursome.
It does.
Yeah,
Brings
great.
out some flavour. Give it a good bit of seasoning on the top there.
Very important.
Bit of pepper. Then straight onto the grill. And cut some garlic, if you wouldn't mind, Julie, please. Quite chunky.
How did you learn to cook?
I lived with my auntie for a couple of years, and she was a great cook. She also taught me how to drink, which I don't think is such a good thing, but anyhow. Just a little bit of oil in the pan. You can throw that garlic in there if you like.
Yeah.
And then black pepper. Now, I don't actually put any salt in the sauce.
So what would happen if you ever took this off the menu?
There'd probably be a riot. I have tried to occasionally. So you can smell that, Julie, that lovely nutty flavour, that beautiful, yes. So now, all you do, very simply, is add the cream. And of course, it's very slimming, I should say.
Naughty but nice.
Naughty but nice, definitely.
So do you need parsley or anything for that?
I do. Would you like to chop me a little bit of
Thank you.
parsley for that,
Parsley?
please? Also
Is
out
this
of
from
my garden.
Out of your garden? Oh.
Grow as much as I possibly can.
So do you create your own menu?
Yes, I do. I work with my chef.
And then you just weave your seasonal fruit and vegetables?
Yes, like when asparagus, when that's popping through, change the menu.
Oh, you're so lucky
Throw
having
it-
that on your
oh,
doorstep.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Have you always been in hospitality?
No.
Oh.
Farming,
Oh.
construction.
Yeah, so I imagine
good
that
life.
helped a lot when you were...
When I was building all this, it was a bit of work. Took me about 3 weeks, I think, because I did it by myself and just potted along and
That's pretty
pulled
quick.
bits to pieces. We've taken the steak off to let it rest for a minute. Now, would you like to throw a bit of that parsley in there? So just a nice little bit of mash, made with lashings of butter and cream, of course, being a Kiwi. Now, on top of that, about a teaspoon of whole grain mustard. So we put a little bit of spinach on top of that then. And then, if we can have
Can
the
I
steak...
pass you this?
You very so kind of you to do that. The steak
so the
on
spinach
top of that.
works under...
Yes, under the heat of the steak. And then
The crowning glory.
the good old burnt sauce.
Wow.
A little bit of nice rosemary out of my garden.
From your garden.
Just on the side there. Okay, Julie.
Oh, I'm going to get the extra saucy
You
side.
go to the extra saucy side.
Perfectly
Nice, all
cooked steak.
A little bit.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That is stunning. I love
it
those big nuggets
big
of
garlic?
It makes all the difference.
This will set us up for the races. We'll be right.